Back in September, the Vikings won a blowout in their first matchup against the Lions. Can Detroit get revenge? Find out next on EA Sports.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. And able to get this out to the 25. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Pull. He's got his big tight end, Farrell, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. It's a quarterback sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I'll guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 115 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're... So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's McBride. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They'll look to throw again. They'll find Farrell open left side. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Looking to throw. Pull. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's third and goal now. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. From the gun, Richardson. He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Richardson from the gun on third down. And he comes back with one complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
Now Richardson to throw on second down. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic
A
first
bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's brought down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Jones, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So out now come the Lions. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's Richardson looking to throw on 2nd down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Get ready. Mike 2. Watch 2. Watch.
Throwing on first down. Poole. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevens. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. To throw is Richardson on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Richardson now on 1st down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Throwing left side, it's complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Richardson flushed out right. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we hit halftime. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back.
And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Mike two.
Operating from the gun. Poole. And this is going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there for Minnesota. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A beautiful fake. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Dalvin Cook with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bailey, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Richardson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Vikings send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw on 2nd down. Pull. And this one is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
That's into the hands of Prochet. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He finds his man, complete. That's Stevens. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Back now at Ford Field. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun, pull. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A give. This is Cook. Gets around him and some room to work. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook,
58 yards.
And the Vikings are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Boy, the word with Dalvin Cook is explosiveness. I'm not sure there's anybody in the league that has the acceleration that he does, and he put it to good effect there.
And they've had little to no success stopping him on the ground all game long because that's his third touchdown of the game, and by far the best touchdown of the bunch. They came into this game knowing that they needed to rely on him, and the defense knew they needed to slow him down, yet he's delivered in a big way, and he's been sensational.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Bailey. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Looking to throw on second down. Pull toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Stevens. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Back to throw. Poole. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Poole.
Throw over the middle, pulled in here by Farrell.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Poole. He finds his man. Complete. That's Bailey. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
That would complete to Prochet.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Looking to throw. Poole. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bailey. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. 2nd and 15.
That's complete to his tight end, Farrell.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Back to throw. Poole. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And his kick is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. No gain on the play there. Second down. They run it again with Cook. 169 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Able to power through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that